What's your overall take on that tonight?
Yeah, I think we definitely came out and played hard. Didn't play as smart. Turnovers from myself. 5 turnovers. I have to get that down and be better for this team. I know I get a lot of attention down low, and I'm trying to make the smart pass, but sometimes I need to make the easier pass. So I think just looking back at film and being able to clean that up, I think all of us are going to look at ourselves in the mirror first before we're not going to point the finger at anybody else until we look at ourselves. So it was just tough. It definitely was tough for us though.
Third on the right. Hey, just want to talk about the defense against how they have so many options. Just talk about your assessment on the defense and how you were able to get your offense in the buckets tonight, and your rebounds as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think defense is just something we have to improve on. And we continue to just have to be better. And I think that just comes to knowing your matchup and just knowing your personnel. Obviously, this is a great team. They're a great team collectively. Obviously, individually, they're great, but together they're great because you never know where the weapon can come from. So just being able to know our personnel tonight was the most important thing. And I just let the offense come to me.
We'll go back to Jason front row.
Angel, what actually happened on the flagrant foul?
You saw it.
I couldn't tell what happened. Like, what was it looked
We ran into each other.
possibly like you even stepped on her foot, like it was as incidental as that.
You go look at it. Okay. Great. Next.
Second on the right.
John Arwood here from She Got Game. For you, Angel, tonight you were extremely efficient, played with a lot of poise and confidence tonight. For for all the scrutiny you do receive online and stuff like that nature, what kind of messages a game like this send to them, as well as just the kind of momentum that this can build for you throughout the season?
Yeah, obviously don't worry about what's going on online. I get so much love in person. I haven't ever had a negative encounter in person ever. And I've been going through this for 3 years. I've never had an encounter in person that was negative. So people online are behind a keyboard for a reason. And I don't worry about that stuff. I trust my work. My teammates trust me. And I was telling Milla today, like she felt like she was having a rough day. And I was like, how many times have I had a rough day? And you picked me up. So don't get down on yourself. I know my teammates have my back, my coaches have my back, and that's all that really matters. I don't have to prove anything to anybody but myself and my teammates.
Second on the left.
How old are you?
23.
I'm sorry. Can I say something? This is a 23-year-old kid. And the amount of crap that she gets on a day-to-day, and she still shows up. So whatever questions y'all got like about our team, basketball-wise, we appreciate it. But all the other nonsense, like, it's irrelevant. Like, we here to play basketball and do what we do. We having a hard time right now at the end of the day. Just a 23-year-old kid who handles herself with grace. Her crown is heavy. So whatever else, like, y'all want to come at her for the way that she acts, she has to build the wall. She has to have the wall. Because if she doesn't, people will break her down. Not only just because of the way she looks, but because of the way she carries herself. She doesn't just walk around and act like, oh, I'm this. No, she knows who she is. And we ain't going to break her down for that. So whatever other questions y'all got, like, I'm hoping it's just about basketball. Maybe a box score question. But the kid's crown is heavy. Like, respect that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Today wasn't as you expected, but how does it feel to win the team sports 130 at that time?
It's great. Thank you, Ariel.
For sure.
Obviously, this is my third one. Obviously, it really meant something to other people today because it's me. And I focus on basketball. I come into work every day and work. I don't complain. I don't care about anything else. I have bad days. I haven't been playing well at all. And I can sit here and just mope around and point the finger, but it's been me. And I take accountability. I come in every day and try to be better than the next and better than the last. And I know my teammates trust me. I know they have my back. Ariel has my back through everything. And I just love that being a part of a team that I know really trusts me and trusts my work, and everything else is everything else. I'm just here just to come to work every day and go home. That's all I want to do is just come to work and being able to enjoy my job that I love. People would die and kill to have this job. And being able to play with the best players in the world means a lot to me. I put my all in this shit. I do.
Front row on the left.
Angel and Ariel, if you will. I wanted to know it's a tough time for the team right now. Salute had a season-ending injury. How is just team morale then, and what are you guys doing, I guess, in terms of adjusting on the fly to losing a player like Salute?
Yeah, it's tough. Obviously, she's meant so much, not just on the court, but off the court. Her mind, her spirit, her joy, everything that she's done for this game outside of our team. She decided to come back home and leave this franchise here in New York. That's amazing that she won a championship and wanted to come back home to make us better. And she made that sacrifice for us, and it's super unfortunate, but I will forever be grateful for the 7 games that I did have with her and when she comes back. But Sloot means everything to me, and I'm just so proud to have her as a teammate and just have her as a sister, and she's an amazing mother as well.
Christina, front row on the left.
Obviously tonight didn't go how you all wanted it to go, but so many people are focused on what's wrong or what's going on. From your point of view, what has been going right for this team?
Us. I think you can see it. We're not going to fold. Angel said it. We're not pointing fingers. Basketball wise, I think we're finding good plays. We just have to capitalize on them, and we got to stop turning the ball over. I mean, you can see it on the box score. I think we had 15 in the first half. If we can figure out how to stop turning the ball over, we give ourselves a better chance at actually capitalizing on the possessions.
Christian, front row on the right.
Angel, this is Christian from Winsider. You shot 61% from the field, very efficient game. You power through a lot of contact. How do you stay mentally strong and focus on your game? Do so much contact in the game.
Yeah, I know I'm not gonna get the foul call. I've been to the free throw line 1 time in the last 2 games, which is crazy to me because I know I get in there and I battle and work. But I can't make that an excuse. I have to go in and finish. And that's why I try to, after practice every day, I try to get to the biggest guys in the gym and try to get them to push me and push me and push me so I can finish through contact every day. Like, I know my teammates count on me for that because second chance opportunities, I'm one of the best rebounders in the country. So I know that's what I can bring to the table every single day. And if I can finish those, that gives a lot of points for us. So I'm just trying to do my job and maximize my job as best as I can. And I know that can lead us to some wins.
Last few for players, we'll go Jason.
Angel, what has Tyler's influence and presence meant to you this season? You guys haven't had that long to work together, but what has it meant to you?
It's been great. Obviously, I think we got to give Tyler some grace because he's a rookie coach too. You got to know, like, this is his first job, and we put a lot of pressure on him because obviously this is his team. He's the head coach, but it's us. We on the floor. Like, we're on the floor, but he's been super encouraging. He's done a great job with us, but there's so much he can do. It's us. We have to look ourselves in the mirror and just be patient with ourselves and continue to just grind. Like, we have to put our heads down and grind, and either we're gonna fumble or we're gonna fold, and we're gonna come together. And I think we're gonna come together at the right time. And luckily, I'm around amazing women every day that love each other. We genuinely love each other. We haven't pointed the finger. We don't get in the locker room and argue and bicker and do any of that. We look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, this is what you need to do better. And this is what we're continue to do. And the coaches do their job. They come in every day. They work hard. They give us the same energy, intensity. They do film and everything. They're doing their job. It's us.
Yep, Ariel, just dealing with the Liberty's defense tonight, even though you were able to get buckets, but dealing with their perimeter defense. And Angel Coco Golf came here supporting you. Your thoughts there, what the support she's always giving you about just in general. Ariel, this for you first about dealing with Liberty's defense.
If I'm being quite transparent, I think we took ourselves out of a lot of stuff. They're a good defensive team. They're long. They rotate for each other. But I honestly think we have to figure it out together. I mean, it's hard to fight past 15 turnovers in a half. Like, they weren't doing any very special scheme that took me out of a lot of stuff, you know? So honestly, like, yes, they are long. Yes, they are, they figure it out. They have good communication defensively, but I think that it's on us.
And obviously, congrats to Coco. She's amazing as a young Black woman. I'm super inspired by everything she does. And to see her come show up to a WNBA game obviously shows how much she supports women. She supports women in sports. And I just hope she continues to just be her. She's her and through everything. And I know it's tough days. And as a young woman with so much fame and so much going on the outside, she continues just to thrive through. And I'm super inspired.
Back row on the left, and then we'll close out with Ben.
Brandon Scoopy Robinson, Scoopy Angel. Question for you basically is, despite all of this struggles at the beginning of the season, number one, I respect, and you've acknowledged it, we're moving on, but what gets you through? What keeps you centered? Music-wise, friends-wise, what keeps you going?
Yeah, understanding that this is real life. Like, I live this is my life. Nobody else's life. I wake up every day and I'm blessed. I get to come to work and play the game that I love. I get to go home and live where I want to live. I get to do everything that I want to do. My mom, my family, everybody in my family is taken care of. So I get to wake up every day and do what I love. And I enjoy it and I love it. And I think I just try to give myself a lot of grace because I am young and I'm still trying to figure things out, and I don't make any excuses. Everything that I've done in my career has been on me. Any mistakes and all the great things, the bad things, it's been on me, and I've never pointed the finger. But I just think I just try to take myself and have great people around me, my friends, my family, my teammates, my coaches. They really, really support me and they love me, and all my fans that really do love me and genuinely support me through the ups and downs. I really do love them.
Last question for Ben.
Mr. Ariel, Hale's played 42 minutes, over the last two games, more than she played in 4 combined. Just what have you seen from her that stuck out there?
You said Haley, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley's figuring it out. Obviously, she's a rookie. She's figuring out how to handle the pressure. A lot of people, you watch it on TV, it doesn't look as fast, it doesn't look as physical, but once you get on that court, you know, it's a change that you have to make, and she's figuring it out. She's soaking up everything. I mean, to have a mentor like Sloot in her corner is huge, phenomenal, and she's just a sponge. Both of our rookies, they're sponges. They want to learn everything that they can. She's going to figure it out. We just got to keep her confident, man, because she's good, and she's going to figure it out.
It was just a somewhat, I guess, impassioned post game with Angel and Ariel. And Angel said that you deserve some grace as a new coach, and that the coaching staff is doing their job, and the players, they have to figure it out. I just want to know your thoughts on Angel speaking up on your behalf, and just in general, how you're feeling so far about the team. You just lost Salute. There's just a lot going on.
Yeah, I think that, well, first, I appreciate those comments from Angel. I think our players are the ones that deserve the grace. I think we know what comes with the territory. I know what comes with the territory of being a head coach. And so I accept that for better and for worse. And so I appreciate that. And if I get the grace from our players, that's what matters to me. So I try to drown out the outside noise and focus completely on our locker room. I got a staff to worry about and a team to worry about to love and protect them. And so that's where my main focus is. I think when it comes to our players, they come every day ready to work. They come every day ready to stick up for each other. It's been a tough start to the season. We got a lot of season left. So it's not any time to feel extremely sorry for ourselves or to feel like that the season is over. So we got a lot of basketball to play. We got a lot of time to regroup. But we can't do that if we don't stay together with one another. And after every game thus far this year, and every day in practice, and every film session, and every travel session, we enjoy being around each other. And I think that that's kind of the foundation of who we are and who we want to be, and what's going to help us continue to battle these ups and downs through the season.
Follow-up, how do you keep the morale up? I'm sure the season isn't going how you expected. So what do you do to keep the morale up so you can meet your goal?
Yeah, I think you got to continue to look at the positives from each game. And it may seem like we're extremely far away, but it doesn't always look that way. And so, or it sometimes looks that way and doesn't always feel that way. And so I think there's areas of improvement, and there's areas where we feel decent of what we're doing. But I think first and foremost, we continue to compete. And once you lose the passion or the will to compete, that's the time to worry. And so for now, I think we're still putting forth that effort and that passion for one another. We're lifting each other up throughout the game and in practices and whatnot. And so as a coach, I think that's all that you can ask for as you continue to battle these highs and lows.
We'll go Jason, then Al.
Tyler, what was the rationale behind your lineup changes, or the lineup you chose tonight?
Yeah, just to mix things up. I think that obviously we had to make a decision at our starting point guard spot with Sue being out, but inserting back into the lineup is just something that we felt like we wanted to mix things up. And so it's nothing that Kia was or wasn't doing. I think that she gave us some solid minutes off the bench today, and she's someone who's been experienced at both positions and situations throughout her career, where she's started some, she's come off the bench some, so we felt comfortable with her being able to adjust, and she's been the consummate professional no matter what. So we appreciate that.
And along those lines, you made a change really early, taking Camilla out 2 minutes in the game. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, I think that we just want to continue energy from it, and I think that she showed that energy the rest of the way through. And so, but yeah, that's all it was to it.
Folks, we understand that you talked about having patience with this team, but we do understand also this is part of the 4th game where the team has lost over 20 points.
What's the message to the team after a loss like this?
That we can't continue to beat ourselves. I think that we got to continue to give ourselves opportunities. There's been several games this season where we've had more offensive possessions than the opposing team, but we've hurt ourselves with turnovers, and a lot of that is our own doing. And so we got to give ourselves a chance to stay in games and continue to battle. And at times we're getting stops and we're unable to convert, or at times we're getting scores and we're unable to get stops. And so we got to find that consistency amongst the team. But at the end of the day, we can't beat ourselves. If we lose a game, it's got to be because the other team was just better and made more shots than we did, but can't take us out of who we want to be and what we want to do.
Christina, front row on your left.
I just wanted to follow up on something that you said earlier about positives. Can you just give some examples from tonight's game, especially in that fourth quarter? You outscored Liberty 24-15. What were some of the positives that you saw in that fourth quarter?
I think first is that we're still like, our effort is still there. Our will to compete is still there. That's gotta maintain. There's we all get paid to do a job, and we can't take the opportunity to play for granted. As we've seen with, if there's anyone that wants to be here, is Courtney Vandersloot, and it can be gone at the moment of an eye. So we got to appreciate every opportunity that we're able to step on that floor and compete, no matter what the final score says. It's a privilege to get out there and to wear this jersey and to play for this city and to play for this organization and compete against the team that's the reigning champions. And so it was good to see that. It was good to see the energy on the bench continue to be positive and uplifting each other. And then on the court, I think we found a little bit of rhythm going inside and slowing things down a little bit more. But again, if we can cut down some of those turnovers, I think it gives us more of a chance to kind of equalize things on the offensive end.
Ben, somebody on your left.
You're going back to the turnovers, and obviously 15 first half turnovers, 14 midfield goals. Just what was the difference? What accounted for the 15 in the first half?
I think it was just I think we were just kind of forcing a little bit too much. We weren't letting things come to us. We were letting New York dictate a little bit more than we wanted to. And second half, I thought we did a decent job of protecting the basketball. But first half, I think it was just it was a lack of space and a lack of rhythm. We just the pressure kind of bothered us a little bit.
Second row on your right.
John over here from She Got Game Coach. You spoke about kind of the hardships you guys are going through this season. However, on a positive note, I do want you to speak about the positive leadership that you've seen from Reese, and just from other teammates as well. While the season's this tough right now, they're still coming in with high spirits and still trying to lead these young guys. What can you speak about their leadership?
Yeah, I think our leadership has kind of been widespread. It's been there's been accountability on from our vets, and there's been a willingness to be accountable from our young players as well. I think that they've learned a good bit from those who have been more experienced in the league. Mariah Jefferson hasn't really played a game yet, and she's been extremely influential in the locker room from a leadership standpoint. And then throughout the game, obviously, Angel being out there and being a vocal presence and being a vocal leader out there is keeping people engaged and setting the tone from that standpoint. And so it's just great to see them continue to come together and do what's needed to be done and say what's needed to be said in moments to where we can where we're probably able to feel bad about ourselves, but the other team isn't. And so we got to continue to stay upbeat and uplifted in those moments so we can continue to fight and compete.
Last few questions. We have third row on your right.
Yep. Coach, just want to ask you, because you had a chance to have that lead cut to 13 despite taking their first blow. We're trying to come back. There's something about the competitiveness your team showed tonight against the Liberty team that we've seen them with what they did against the Sun, with how they can avalanche. You talk about how your team was really still about the competitive nature tonight. And if this Liberty team is the deepest team in this deep league that you have faced so far this season.
Yeah, I mean they have a championship pedigree, and so they're well coached. They got veteran leadership over there. They got youthful presence. I think that when you play against teams like the Liberty, again, you can't afford to have self-inflicted wounds, and so because they make you pay for them. And so, again, proud of the way that we battled tonight. I think that again, if we can cut down some of our own mistakes on both ends of the floor, I think we'll be more of a position to have a fighting chance at the end of games.
Back row on the left.
What's going on?
Hi.
Hey, Brandon Scooby Robinson. You well respected across basketball with stints in the NBA, WNBA, and be all over. Although you guys are struggling a bit, I'm curious, can you ever trace back a time in your career where there's maybe a similar pattern like this, and how did you get through it?
Like this, no, because I think that that's just because of the position that I'm in. I think that I always say as a player development coach or as an assistant coach, you have the luxury to just make suggestions and not make decisions. And so everything in this seat kind of falls on you. And so it's fine. But I think that I've been a part of teams that didn't necessarily have winning seasons, but and those are tough in itself, no matter what position you're in. But I think now the difference is when you're not in the head seat, you're just figuring out how you can make an impact in your role. And now in this position, it's more about how can you continue to protect the players and how can you continue to make sure that they're in good spirits, and you got a staff that you're overseeing and how to make sure that they stay uplifted as well. And so after these types of games, that's where my mind and my heart immediately go to, and how I can be the best head coach for them. And then we worry about the basketball after.
Last two questions, we'll go third row on the left.
Biggest challenge, nice, was it the turnovers or?
Yeah, I think it's the turnovers because one, the turnovers impact your ability to get back in transition for a team that is really good in transition. And so I think also it's just, again, with the number of possessions, we only had 5 less shot attempts tonight with 22 turnovers. And so you cut those in half and you give yourselves a chance to get more attempts at the rim. You don't know what those can convert into, but maybe it has a positive impact on what that fourth quarter looks like. And so again, just a championship team, you can't beat yourself because they make you pay on that.
Last question, front row on your right.
What did you see from Angel tonight offensively between her fast start, her efficiency? Just did you see her doing anything differently?
Differently, no. I think that what we saw tonight is who Angel is. I think that she was maybe a little bit more aggressive in kind of demanding her spots and not letting it come to her, but her kind of initiating. And so that was good to see. It was good to see the aggressiveness that she had. I thought she competed all night on both ends, and so and she was a great teammate throughout the game. And so it's what we want to see from Angel. She was great tonight. So.
Thanks, everyone.